Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel. So today's video, we're going to talk about Biden and his crack pipe program. When I did this in the Wednesday morning midweek report live stream, as I'm reading it, guys, I felt myself getting stupider. Democrats are fucking morons. And I know that not all Democrats agree with this. That's for sure. Of course, the Republicans are bitching and moaning, but they're not reporting the Democrats who are against us. They're only reporting the Republicans who are against us to try to make this some racial bullshit. Not the point. Let's get into what this program is. So, President Biden, through the Department of Health and Human Services, wants to roll out a harm reduction program. Harm reduction. So reducing the harm in crackheads and heroin addicts. These people are doing all the harm to themselves by taking all these shitty drugs. Heroin, forget about it. You're 1,000% hooked on it. Very few people make it off. Not very few people, more. A lot of people do make it off. But not a lot to have a party about. There are a lot of people who relapse. I think the relapse is something like 90%. I could be wrong. But nonetheless, guys, heroin is a strong drug to break. Crack, not so much. Still, to have a program called the Harm Reduction Program when these people are doing nothing but harming themselves, it's insane. So the Harm Reduction Grant Program is actually aimed at marginalized communities, the black community, in tackling drug addiction and the harm of drug addiction. So let's not talk about taking drugs off the street, tackling drugs. Let's talk about the harm of them taking the drugs through dirty crack pipes and dirty needles. And the fact that, yes, I get it. Dirty needles means that they're going to spread some shit around, disease around or whatever, right? Or they can contract the disease, sorry. But that's where they draw the line. They're like, whoa, we need our crack addicts and our heroin addicts to have clean needles and clean crack pipes. This is unacceptable. This is exactly what the Democratic Party is saying, or the Biden administration, rather. Now, interestingly enough, crack pipe program, who his son had pictures of him smoking crack, or videos rather, sorry. Now they got this crack pipe program. I hope people are making this fucking connection, because this is fucking insane. To help a marginalized community tackle drug addiction, you're going to give us clean crack pipes and clean needles? So now I have to read this part off, or these parts off, because this is fucking insanity. So it's a $30 million program. The funds are going to go to these listed ideas that they have in their stupid heads. So part of funding the harm reduction efforts, they want to have harm reduction vending machines. Hey man, what do you want today? I'll take the crack pipe. A little bit of heroin on the side. Infectious disease testing kits. So I guess they want these people to test themselves with for HIV, HBV, and HCV. They want to have medication lock boxes. I guess that's in the safe injection sites or overdose clinics that they're popping up all over the fucking country now. Overdose clinic, and they're also called safe injection sites. They want to give them medication lock boxes, I guess, for Narcan and shit like that. FDA approved overdose reversal medication. Again, that's Narcan for heroin addicts or anybody on opioids. And I don't know if crack has a reversal medication. They might have it. But anyway, the FDA isn't fucking involved in this like they're involved in everything else. Sex safe kits. That is, again, testing for sexually transmitted disease, providing them with something called PrEP. PrEP is normally used by the gay community, or gay men rather. It helps them reduce their chances it reduces their viral load of AIDS or some shit like that, or HIV, right? So instead of telling them, hey, wear a condom, well, here's a condom and take PrEP because you might have HIV. So whatever. That's another stupidity to that one. Safe smoking kit and supplies. Safe smoking kit. Is it smoking crack or smoking cigarettes? And supplies, I'm assuming it's got to be crack because of the crack pipe. what else goes with a crack pipe? I mean, I'm a little curious now as to why they have this program going, and they're talking about safety kits for these people. Fuck, I can't even get a safety kit. Whatever. Screening for infectious diseases, again, HIV, sexually transmitted diseases, sexually transmitted injections, and viral hepatitis is what they want to test for. Sharp disposal and medication disposal kits. So once you're done using your needle or your crack pipe, they're giving you a kit that you can throw away or dispose of. Now, either they're giving you that kit, or again, those kits are at the safe injection sites or overdose clinics. This is an interesting one, a substance test kit. So they want you to test your drugs for fentanyl. So a responsible crackhead, not a thing. And a responsible heroin addict, really not a thing. Hey guys, listen, before you put that shit in your arm, before you smoke that, Jimmy, put it down. We want to test the drugs for fentanyl before we get high. Said no drug addict ever. Vaccination services, vaccinations for hepatitis A, B, and, guessed it, COVID. Because at that point in time, the crackhead and heroin addicts' major concern is hepatitis A, B, and of course COVID. Like, they're like, oh my God, I just got high with this fucking dirty needle and dangerous drugs. I hope I don't get COVID. Now, I have to be responsible and report this, but other countries have started a harm reduction program of sorts. Canada, Australia, and certain European countries have this program going. But for everywhere I've read, no one has reported any good outcomes or bad outcomes. So if they're not reporting any good outcomes, that means they have a higher chance of bad outcomes. They have a higher probability of having bad outcomes if they're not reporting the good. All they're doing, guys, and there's only one upside to these clinics, these safe injection sites and overdose clinics, are that they are off the street and not in front of kids. That is the only good thing about it. As far as saving a fucking heroin addict, fuck them. Giving them Narcan to bring them back so they could do the same shit next week makes no sense to me. But whatever. This is liberals. So you gotta love everyone. Fuck Trump supporters and fuck the unvaccinated. I hope the unvaccinated die. I hope Trump supporters die. But we gotta save that crackhead. And God bless those heroin addicts. This is liberals saying this shit. Because liberals. So guys, bottom line is they are condoning bad behavior. That's the bottom line to all of this. No one's no longer saying, listen, they're in the safe injection sites and the overdose clinics, there is a counselor there who talks them into getting off these drugs. But the talking to the counselor is not mandatory. So fucking Jimmy the Dickface could walk in and be like, I don't want to talk to you today, Tim, leave me alone. And Tim's gonna leave him alone. And then Jimmy the Dickface is gonna go get high. He's gonna put a needle in his arm and smoke a crack pipe at the same time. Because he knows that he's not going to die because someone's going to save him. And then he could do this shit all over again. You condone bad behavior, guys, when you start fucking protecting these people. When you start protecting crackheads and heroin addicts, kids growing up now be like, well, why can't I get high? It's not condoned. They're letting them do it. They're giving them a place to do it. Matter of fact, they're even bringing them back from the dead. This is why Democrats' ideology has to go. Democrats have to go. Because they do nothing but destroy everything around us. And they're going to destroy this country by condoning this kind of shit. Because you're going to have more addicts. That's the bottom line. A lot of people are like, well, it doesn't. It does. Because now people who are like thinking about getting high can go to a fucking overdose clinic or a crack pipe clinic and get high and not be judged. And do it secretly. So no one's fucking has eyes on them. Fucking, Sarah Duca could come walking out and no one will ever know. So, quick bit right now, over the camera, shoulder, if you will. Military planes have been flying up and down the Hudson River for the last 2 weeks now, up and down. I've seen numerous Black Hawks flying south and one of their bigger planes flying north, but this has been for the last week. Anyway, not part of the video. But guys, listen, Democrats, they're destroying this country. There has to be something else done. This protesting and screaming into a mic at them is not working. Anyway, guys, this is The Angry Prepper. You can like, subscribe to this channel. You can like, subscribe to The Angry Prepper channel, The Angry Lensman channel, and The Angry Prepper Fitness channel, which is starting in March. See you guys in the next video.